afternoon from sparkling Sydney Harbour for, as we approach Christmas, the final 2 races of the New South Wales State Championship for the flying 18-footers. I'm Peter Shipway, and along with Andrew Buckland and Jimmy Bury and all our tech boys, we will say hello to you. And we've got a nice day. It's a good breeze. Most boats, skiffs are on big sails. We've got all new Christmas gear on, and we look pretty sharp, I think. Everyone says we look sharp. So, Andrew, are you sharp? Give us an overview of the weather as we say good afternoon to you.
Thanks, Peter. I'd say about as sharp as a blunt pin, mate, but that's all right.
Most people say that anyway, but anyway, go on.
That's right. Carry on.
There we are, look at that.
Keep calm and carry on. Well, Pete, high pressure cell located down near our favourite Hobart Island. Mild easterly flow, pretty sultry day in Sydney. Mild easterly flow on the whole east coast, more or less, or New South Wales east coast anyway. Water temperature here pretty hot, nearly 23 inside the harbour, certainly 23 outside the harbour. A plume of hot water between sort of Smoky Cape and Lord Howe Island at 27 offshore, a little to the north of us. But with all the signs today of a difficult-ish situation of the water being pretty warm and the boundary layer therefore being pretty thick and pretty unstable. Big ebb tide, so that's going to be a significant factor. Peak flow 1.6 of fall, I think, and peak flow might therefore be around 2 knots over near Nielsen Park. Be an entertaining day.
Okay, well, we're at the starting area in Taylor Bay, and to run us through the courses, our captain, Jimmy Bury. Over to you, Jimmy, and good afternoon.
Afternoon, Pete. Yeah, today they've got us on a 6/3 for the first race, so 3 laps, as you alluded to, starting down here in Taylor's Bay, and they're working their way up over to Watson's Bay, right out the front of Woody's old house. It looks like the top Mark Slade. It's so just over near the eastern pole light there. And 3 laps of that, then we'll see what they do for the second race.
Okay, well, we've had 6 races so far of the championship, the state championship. 2 to go today, and today's race sponsor is the Kitchen Maker, the longest sponsor in the 18-footers currently. And as we look at the point score, it's coming up now, and there it is, Yandu. Well, it's his to win, or his to lose, whichever way you look at it. It's been a terrific performance by John Winning Sr. Worst performance so far has been a 3rd. So he's had 3 wins, 2 thirds, and a 2nd. That's a pretty solid performance. Second place on the point score is Rag and Famish. Harry Price back on the stick last week and performed very well with 2 wins. But today, a change of skipper. We've got Marcus Ashley Jones, well known to 18-footers sailors around the scene, and very successful ocean racing skipper. So he is steering the Rag and Famish today. And on 3rd place on the point score, Your Name Here. New boat this year for Kirk Mitchell, Andrew Stevenson and Daniel Barnett. They've been one of the outstanding improvers of this year. So we're waiting the start in Taylor Bay. What's the breeze, Andrew? 8 to 9, maybe spiky at 10 at best, I think.
Well, Pete, I think if we looked at the whole track and as the afternoon wears on, it's probably going to soften a little bit. But I'd say 8 to 12 should cover it. And the puff we're sitting in right now, just adjacent to the committee vessel, I'll be just in double figures.
Okay, well, we've got a lot of regular viewers tuning in, and we say hello to you, everyone, and an early Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We've got Ralph Munro all the way from Macleay Island, one of our regulars. John F. from, don't know if it's John F. Kennedy, but it's hello from Connecticut. Merry Christmas to all. So I doubt whether it's John F. Kennedy. I doubt whether it's him. Russell Moore. Where's Russell? He's got a 15-knot nor'easter. 23 degrees. Should be a great day sailing. Indeed. John Martin, Merry Christmas from Auckland. And to you too, John. Gav M. from Glenelg in South Australia. Ian Nipper Henderson from Bundaberg. Happy Christmas to you. Chris Keevers, all the way from Fishing Point, New South Wales. Go Marine Outlet. So his money's on Marine Outlet today.
Local favourite up there at Fishing Point.
Yep. Peter Firminga, happy Sunday from the historic port of Morpeth, New South Wales. from Barbados. We've got Jonathan Still from Barbados. There you go. Bucko, have you ever been to Barbados?
Drunk some Barbadian rum.
That wasn't the question. Everyone knows that. And from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Olivia Damaron. I get that wrong each time, Olivia, but hello and welcome to you. I hope you're nice and warm over there, because we're pretty warm here. It was 37 degrees on land here in Sydney yesterday. A really tough day. So from Darwin, Northern Territory, Graham Bennett, hello to you. Barry Jarman, greetings from Manly, Brisbane. That's a famous cricketing name, Barry Jarman, the same name, played for South Australia and wicketkeeper for Australia. Stu Hen from Toowoomba. So hello to all you guys, and we're just sitting at Taylor Bay on the eastern side of Bradley's Head waiting for the start. Most of the skiffs are out there. A few of them have gone upwind and got their chutes up and running back towards the starting area. And we're still officially probably about 12 minutes away. Oh, there it is, 11 minutes away from an official start time. 3 laps of the course, and no real changes since we've been out here, Andrew, has there, in the wind strength?
Okay, but what are the numbers on the back of the boat say, Pete?
060, 1 mile.
So the committee's got us on quite short, and an I flag already up the flagpole.
So no naughty boys today. They'll be in real trouble if they are. We've got a 1 mile beat. There's 3 beats and 3 runs. They'll finish downwind. And this is the 7th heat of the championship. Remembering you can drop your worst performance. But at the moment, all things are pointing to Yandu in very much the pole position, with his highest drop is a 3rd. So he's only got to finish in the top few in the first race, and that title will be him. And will he become the oldest state champion ever, Andrew, in skiff, 80-foot skiff racing? There's one for you. Do you know the answer?
No.
Have a guess.
Yes, he will.
I think so, yeah. I think so. 71 years young, terrific performance, and he's really been in top form this year in all the races. And no surprise to see him up there again today. But there he is, running down to windward of 6th, who have had their moments this year, those boys as well. And John Winning Jr. not sailing today. Sevi Jarvan, multiple JJ champion, comes onto the steering stick of Andu, along with Ed Powers, making a return. And Josh in the bow. Josh Borebski in the bow. So a new team. No Sam Newton. But Sevi certainly knows his way around this harbour. So it'll be a good battle. We've got Finport there at full strip with Keegan York, Matt Stenter and Phil Marshall. Remembering they were the Australian champions from last year. They've been a bit patchy this year, I think it's fair to say. So a good hit out today expected from them. And Royal Oak Four Pines, they've been outstanding at certain times this year. Jacob Marks, Alex Marinelli and Matt Doyle. So what are you expecting, Andrew? Give us an early tip on favouritism.
Out of that lot.
No, you pick whatever you like, Andrew. Whatever you like.
Well, we'll have a little guess here, right? Andrew's in a bit of bother because it's a new lineup. Balmain's at full strength. Finport's at full strength. And Yandu might be more conservative than you think, just trying to not have an accident. So maybe the winner might come from one of those full-strength lineups. Perhaps Finport might bounce back. Perhaps the new boat. Perhaps.
I think you've covered off everyone.
I think you've covered the fleet.
No, you're allowed 3, Peter.
Yeah, just box the field right.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a box trifecta, isn't it? I've got it.
Well, I'll put a bit of sanity back into it. Jimmy, you have a go. All right, for us.
Look, I think Yandu all the way today. I'd like to see that. And
Yandu? Did you say?
Yandu, yeah.
Okay.
Yep, jump on board with Woody, and I think he, as you said, it's his to lose, and he's one of those blokes that just doesn't let it faze him. He just gets on with it, and he can go on with this today. And the other one to keep an eye on would be Finport, with the team all back together after Keegan's moth commitments and yachting and sailing on Moneypenny. I think we'll see a different boat in the Finport come the come the start of New Year. But I think out of those two, I think that'll be the show for today.
Okay, we're about 7 minutes away from the scheduled first starting line, and Ian Nipper Henderson, he's got the 3. Balmain, Finport, Yandu. That's who he's going for.
Nice work, Nipper.
Yeah, we'll see how good that is. John Cooley from Orange. Hello to you, John. I would think he'd be going for Marine Outlet, as his son is steering that. There's had some good moments this year, so no surprises there. Ashley Deacon says hello and Merry Christmas. Hello to you, Ashley. And Dartmouth, Massachusetts, happy holidays from JD Clancy. So we've got people all over the world watching, and we hope you're enjoying it. We certainly enjoyed bringing these pictures to you throughout the year, or years really, that we've been doing this. And please feel free to follow the Sail Media on social media platforms to stay up to date and what else we are up to. Andrew doesn't put much up there because we don't want to know really what he's up to, but maybe. Yes. Yeah. So we'll come back to that at some stage.
Peter, I'm only acting on the best IT security advice in respect of what I do and don't do, okay?
Okay, well, we'll hold you to that.
Good. So it's looking at the first beat, and this is a tough track. There's not too many passing lanes because I think from the bottom, just going to get on port tack and get out to the river, out to the flow.
Because as you said earlier, Andrew, with big tide. Yeah. What time was high tide, Jimmy? Please.
Tides.
It was
high was at 20 past 12.
Right, okay.
1.8.
Yeah, so big tide.
The low at 10 past 7 tonight of 0.2. So
the 2 races in the peak part of the flow.
There'll be plenty of rush out the harbour.
Distinctly.
And at this time of the year, we get those big Christmas tides, as we call them, and they were up yesterday and they're up again today.
And up over the seawall at the Sydney Fly Squadron yesterday. In the grass, salt in the grass.
Yeah, that's not good. Too good.
It's good grass.
Good grass.
Goes all right.
Okay, there's the Smeg boys. And the moment they're a little way down on the point score list in 7th spot. But a few changes today when the drops come into play, and 2 races to go, and that will sign off the official 2023 season. And then we get into the 2024 season, and that's the second half of the year, as we're hearing signals have gone up. The 5 red flags. The I flag is up, as Andrew alluded to. The Vacara starting line in play. All the instrumentation hopefully is on, and everyone hopes to see a green light. But still, we'll rely on the start boat to give us the override there if there's any recalls.
Yes. So they're sort of combining the systems for today because things haven't been quite perfect, but let's see how it goes. Pete, the other thing to note for the viewers also that they will attempt to award the winner the champagne on the water directly after the finish. Obviously, Yandu is the clear favourite, but they will declare the points more or less officially and give them a good bottle of champagne to drink on the way home.
Well, that will be nice for the winner as we hear the hooter going for 4 minutes.
I think the other thing about the Yandu today, the crew weight's pretty light relative to their normal, aside of the Sev, who's large, but Ed Poweries has certainly been in the training paddock. He looks like a greyhound again. Ed, back on my main sheet. And Josh now 49er coach, so full-time job.
For the Aussies or?
Yeah, for the Aussies.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay, 3 minutes 20 odd to go, just under, for the start of the 7th heat. And we're just in Taylor Bay. The beat is up in towards Watson's Bay near the Eastern Channel Pipeline. And just coming up near the starting line is a little boat that's going to go to Hobart, and with a very famous crew. We'll get a shot of that in the moment, just away off camera, but just panning around, panning round. See it soon, little dark hull. There it is. Azuro.
The former Azuro, perhaps, Pete, but yes.
No, it's called Azuro.
Still
and
okay.
Aboard is Jessica Watson. the youngest person ever to sail unassisted around the world. That looks like her there in the ponytail, just steering the boat.
On her own too, Pete. Just don't forget to mention
yeah. And Zero has placed in the Sydney Hobart race. She was third one year. Sister ship to the 1969 Hobart winner. Which boat was, Andrew, quickly?
Morning Cloud.
Sail number?
Oh, trick question.
2468. That's it.
Trick question.
Oh, they've done a tack change here. What have they done? They're really showing off here. That is a show off. Anyway, that's...
Tack change with nobody on the jib sheet.
Yeah, that's right. A bit slow. Anyway, we'll concentrate on the 18s.
Yeah, please. So, Pete, everybody a bit tentative at this point by the look of it. Unsure about the line's got a little bias in it, and they'd be conscious that the boat end is probably favoured by the way the line is laid. And on starboard at the boat might win the day, and then a quick tack on the port.
So will the breeze, do you think, go left at all during the day, Andrew, or will it stay pretty much in this east-northeasterly direction?
No, all we're going to have is what we've got.
Right, okay.
It might soften a bit, that's all. As the water gets warmer, basically.
So just under a minute 10 to go, and even spread across the line. There's a few boats down at that leeward end. Andu is one down there. Yandu's down there. Balmain's down there. The Kitchen Maker's there. So Royal Oak is down there. A few liking that pin, Andrew. I like it too, actually. I think Lazarus is late. She's just dropping a spinnaker running back down, so they've got to hurry up. They could be late over the line. And we've got 36 seconds to go. Okay, Yandu's really down and got that pin position at the moment. There's just bottom right of screen.
So, Pete, the breeze just spiked to the left just a little, so... And it's quite a big movement. It's kind of nearly 20 degrees.
So heavily favoured the pin.
Manly Ferry inbound as well. Might give them a bit of trouble.
There we're away. Are we clear? Yes. Oh, no, he's got the postponement flag up. Right, he didn't hesitate there. I think he realised the breeze had gone hard left.
Yep.
And he pulled it off right on gun time. And, very heavily favoured left. The breeze went, as Andrew said, 5 or 10 degrees.
No, more than that. In 90 seconds it went 20. I wouldn't.
So we've got to do it all again.
Bit of a tangle up there at top of screen there with Lazarus and 18-footer bar and restaurant.
Right, well, Lazarus was running downwind almost at start time, so she was late. So anyway, we're relaying the line. And also, I think the ferry could have had to come into play here as well. We'll see them in a moment. The ferry is steaming right down from Manly and would have crossed right in the path of the 18s. So might have got a good decision there from Jeremy Whitty and his starting team. There's the ferry. And it certainly would have probably caused a bit of consternation or change in direction of the fleet. So wind change and ferry combined to put a postponement up, and we're going to go do it all again.
Yeah, I don't think they would have postponed it solely because of the ferry, because actually quite a bit of room out there. But they've done what they've done, and wind change is certainly significant.
Yeah, there's just a few little puffs coming down. There's nothing dramatic in this breeze, is there, Andrew, at all? It's generally under 10.
Gradient wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 18-foot skiffs have been dealing with Manly ferries for 70 years, and the closest it came to grief was not off the start line. It was the McKee brothers trying to go over the bow of the ferry on a tight reach at Bradley's Head and getting their boat impaled on the bow of the ferry that didn't slow down at all. Anyway, this one's got right away, so got the priority diamond on it.
Okay, well, we were talking about Lazarus earlier, and the crew are made up of the Swedish 49er champs sailing on that boat today, with skipper Josh John Becker. So they should be a pretty potent team. And we've got Ollie Oronsson and Marius Westerlind. So welcome to those boys from Sweden. Be a bit warmer here than it is at home in Sweden.
Similar water temperature, Peter.
Well, once Celsius, once Fahrenheit, perhaps.
Something like that.
So there they are. They're the Lazarus boys. They would certainly be enjoying these beautiful conditions on the harbour and this lightish east-northeaster, which flicked a little bit more northeast than east just after the start. The fleet is still going upwind, fair way.
Yeah, the fleet's in disbelief.
I think they realise that there's a postponement. Andrew's right up near Nielsen Park. And sixth is the only, and the kitchen maker are the only two back at the original starting line. The rest, there's a couple starting to bail out now, but most of them are still going. Andrew's way upwind near the Nielsen Park blinker. So they'll have to set their chutes and hurtle back downwind. So presumably they'll maybe hold this start so they get back to the start. Anyway, it'll give them a good chance to stretch their legs, but it's all for nothing because we have a postponement at the starting time. And we're back waiting for Heat 7 to get underway. Okay, well, the AP's down. And there's a few boats that could be struggling to get back here. Andrew, comments, please? Look at Andrew, he's way upwind.
Yeah, but they've only got upwind for 4 minutes, Peter.
Yeah, because Andrew...
About a 3-minute sail back from where Andrew is, I would estimate. So
we're about...
But they're still going upwind, so...
So only 3 boats back at the starting line. We've got Sixth, Kitchen Maker, and... someone down near the pin I thought.
Shore and Partners.
Shore and Partners, yep. Emma Rankin, Cam McDonald and Tom Quigley. The rest have got a bit of time to get distance to get back, and they're not coming back. They're still going upwind. Well, this could throw a cat amongst the pigeons here.
It could.
And we've got...
Is there a time after the start goes that they can start, like 10 minutes or 5 minutes or something, Bucko, do you know?
Well, we just found out. They just put the flags back up, didn't they?
No. Once the start of this happens, is there like a 10-minute, 5-minute?
In a lot of races there are, I know, around the world, you've got to start within a certain time.
Yeah.
I don't know that answer, Jimmy. I know what you're saying. Have they got to start a certain time after the starting signal? Well, these boats are still hammering away upwind. This is...
I mean, Yandu is right up at Bottle and Glass Rocks, looking up towards
and we've got
mark.
What have we got? 4 minutes under 5, and there's only 3 boats here at the starting line. Wow, this is interesting.
But the part that gets me, Lazarus was tied up with 18-footers bar and restaurant, and both of them have taken off.
No, well, they obviously saw the postponement. So there's the starting line. There's only, keep repeating, there's only 3 skiffs here for the second start.
4 minutes.
4 minutes to go, and they're not going to get there. Only going to be 3 boats.
A couple of more blokes coming back now with chutes up, so they'll be back, Pete, just.
Jeez.
Yep.
They've got to hurry.
Pushing their luck, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Balmain leading the fleet.
I can see Yandu is not coming back. He's still going upwind. Andu is going upwind.
Surely if they had a bit of a look around, they wouldn't see us, they wouldn't see the spectator ferry.
Well,
a few little key clues, correct?
They're probably dueling it out at the front of the pack, and you'd think they'd have a look around. But anyway, it is what it is, as they say, that well-known phrase, it is what it is. And that's what it is here at the starting line with just over 4 minutes to go. And there's going to be, I would say, at best 5 skiffs that will start. So just if you've just joined us, the first attempted start was blown up right on start time with a postponement flag. The fleet,
everybody's hustling back now, Pete, more or less.
Yeah, so the fleet jumped out, and a lot kept going. Only about 3 or 4 skiffs stayed back at the original starting area, and the majority of the fleet went upwind to the weather mark, and they're now going to try and get back at start time, and we've got just over 3 minutes to go. I think there's only going to be 3 boats away here, Andrew, really? Balmain.
Balmain will make it, I
make
Balmain
it
may.
just.
Yeah.
Certainly Yandu won't, Andu won't, Noakes won't, Burrowang won't,
Fisher and Pikeville. I'm sorry, Finport won't.
Finport won't. There's a couple of boats are still going upwind. Frag and Famish, he's still going upwind. They've got going to be nowhere near this. Wow, this is
How to rewrite a script to the movie.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, this is going to stub the toe on a point score for a few people. But all the top boats on the point score are still going. Yandu, Rag and Famish, your name here.
They've
Yandu.
just thrown the protest flag up.
Okay.
God,
Right.
if you're one of these blokes that are down here, you'd be blowing up, wouldn't you?
So they've postponed again, so they're going to get time for all these boats to come back, I would think. Now, what do you make of all that, Andrew?
Well, I think, you know what I think about APs for the ferry, Peter? I think it's ridiculous. That is indeed the cause. You know, the rules are clear. That ferry's got a priority diamond. These blokes are supposed to be A-grade yachtsmen, and we can't start a race because the ferry is within 200 metres of the fleet.
Well,
What do you do?
what could have been disastrous there for... Oh, we're going to go... More Hooters
Postponement
going.
down.
Postponement's down. So Yandu and Rag and Famish, 1 and 2 on the point score, they're the furthest away. They're going to get here in 5 minutes.
They're saying they're going to start on the air. I'm just listening on the radio.
Okay,
Shipper.
yeah, good.
Yep.
Well, majority of the fleet now are back at the starting area. And it's a race on now to get back to the start. Upwind we can see there's Yandu's up there. Where's Rag? And he must be up there. Rag's up there.
Rag was just down here, down near Chowder Bay.
Okay. So the furthest away are Yandu, Andu.
No, Pete, they'll all get back.
Yeah,
Just,
five minutes
they'll all
again.
get back just. By the calculation. You know, it's the reason, in a sense, Andu covering Rag and Famish. Sorry, Yandu covering Rag and Famish.
Yeah.
To their detriment, mutual.
So we wait. Yeah, I think they'll do it. Just.
Well, Pete, you know, the beat's about 9 minutes and the run's about half of the beat. So they're all below the top mark when they turn around. So.
Interesting, just looking just above the start line, Pete, the bottom gates, how wide they are there.
Yes, super
Yeah,
wide,
quite-
aren't they?
Something you'd sort of see for the TP52s. I don't
Okay,
even think it'd have them that wide.
Okay, 4 minutes. Well, yeah, they'll get here, but it'll be a case of drop spinning, go on the breeze, and you'll probably start. Bit more breeze here now.
Jibe, peel, yeah, breeze,
Yeah.
breeze
Yeah.
up to the top of the expected range
Yeah.
here now.
Probably 10, maybe 11 in the putts.
12 there, Peter.
12, okay, I'll
I'm
give you
making
12.
a bid for 12.
I'll concede that for Christmas, Andrew.
All right, fair
Normally
enough.
I wouldn't.
Good.
I'll give you 12.
No, it is 12 here, right here at the bow of the committee boat.
I'm looking at 13 now. Okay, well, it's the overhead. Yep. We're all going to make it. That's the good news, I think. Although there's a red spinnaker up there belonging to... Jimmy, help me out.
That's the 18-footers bar and restaurant.
80-footer bar and restaurant. Okay.
He had a bit of bother on the set.
Didn't do the greatest jibe, but barrelling down the wind, we've got Yandu and Finport. The Rag will make it. There's the Royal Oak, Yandu and Finport, and Lazarus to the left.
Now, but Pete, they've got to remind themselves about the eye flag as well, haven't they?
Well, that would have been a few hearts in the mouth then when they realised it had to come back.
Well,
At one stage, they weren't going to make it.
Pete, I'll make a bet with you that somebody will be in breach of the eye flaky.
Round the ends within the minute.
Yep.
What have we got? Still got just under 2:30 to go, right?
Yep.
Yeah, call it 2:20.
Hello to our friends in Nova Scotia, Truro, Nova Scotia. Kevin McDonough. Hello to you, Kevin. And have a rum or two and sit back and enjoy the coverage on a lovely Sydney afternoon. Heat 7 of the state titles, the New South Wales state titles. Yandu, the series leader. There's Finport. He's back in time. 2 minutes to go. So Lazarus and the 18-foot bar and restaurant, that'll be a case of jibe, drop spinning, go on the breeze and start, I think, for those two boats. Yandu's back across. Minute 40 to go. There wasn't much breathing space for these boats. Not much time to have a look at good look at the line. They've got to sort this out in a minute and a half, 90 seconds. And the good breeze, best we've seen all day, Andrew, since we've been out here. So solid 12, 13. Course, remembering, three windwards, 3 leewards.
So let's just talk about in the fleet, Pete. There's a couple of boats with second rig, some of the lighter crews with second rig in.
But it's just, it probably is at the moment, it's just a big sail day, but...
Oh, no, that's pretty flaky, this puff we've got here.
Yeah, it's a bit up, isn't it? So, who we got on second rig? Okay, with a minute to go.
I think Shaw and Partners, I think 6th. I think... Oh.
Okay, are we all back?
Smeg's on little.
Smeg.
Noakes red.
Noakes. Yeah, all the light crews.
Okay, 40 seconds to go, and Lazarus is going to miss the start. They've drifted off towards Bradley's head, but all action and eyes are on the start line here with 30 seconds to go.
So, Moreno Outlet pressing into the leeward end with...
Okay, Yandu's down there too.
Yandu.
Where's Andu? He normally likes down there. Oh, he's up at the windward end, Andu, Savvy Jarvan. Yeah. And Rag and Famish with Marcus Ashley Jones, the skipper, today.
I mean, the guys up here might just be thinking about a quick tag.
Yep, okay, 10 seconds to go. Ooh, Rag and Famish put his bow up. Oh.
Wow, they're close.
Very close. The 18-footer looks close.
They're okay.
We're happy?
Yeah,
no flag signals. And we're away on heat 7. Yandu's got to take a few sterns. And there's the Balmain boys that probably won the pin down there. And the breeze is east-northeast.
So here comes the kitchen maker. Big rig in, punching out. He wants the committee boat end.
Remembering,
which won't get him into the lead, but it'll get him close.
Remembering a big tidal flow out of the harbour. Yeah. And away we go, all trying to get onto port as quick as they can. And Rag and Famish looks pretty good down on the headland. Chow ahead. Okay, there's the group that are bouncing off the headland, looking for the left-hander. And Rag and Famish motoring very nicely. Probably got his nose just out in front.
Good great rate for Shaw and Partners.
Yeah, Shaw and Partners with a little rig in, top of screen. And behind them, Balmain. And behind them, 6th. It's a race to the middle of the harbour, as Andrew said. Get some really good flow around Steel Point at Nielsen Park. Breeze heading a little as they go out. There's nothing, too many good left-handers in that shift. Coming back without the sail insignia is Your Name Here. He's trying to clear.
Maybe Rag and Famish leads, eh?
Yes, I would think so at the moment.
Yep. Ferry in the way.
The boat without the sail insignia is Your Name Here. Kirk Mitchell, Andrew Stevenson and Daniel Barnett. Just had to clear his air from that start. He's 3rd on the point score at this stage. He's had a very good series.
He's got a bit of maintenance inversion, Pete. What do you think he should do about that?
Well,
Lean harder.
swing harder, put a reef in. What do you think?
Stiffer battens.
Well, he can't do that now, but maybe for next time. So he's the boat, the only boat on starboard tack. And now they're starting to, a few of them are starting to bail out on starboard. There's Yandu is tacked.
And he's going to behind Finport in the cross.
Okay, Finport's tacked. Finport's in the tide.
No, that's Marine Outlet.
Marine Outlet, sorry, similar to sail insignias. Marine Outlet tacked and kept going over. So Shore and Partners looks okay too. So I think it's Rag and Famish probably leading from Andu. Andu going on starboard. And then the bright red or orange insignia belongs to Rag and Famish. East northeasterly, 10 knots and plus a little bit more at times. Majority of the fleet on port going towards Nielsen Park, Steel Point Shore.
Yeah, so Finport, Rag and Famish for the first two, I think. And that's probably what you... I mean, just looking at the lineup on the Rag, I mean, Harry Price still having treatment for a damaged disc, but they're old Bowman, Harry Hall back in the bow, so it's a pretty classy lineup still.
Yeah, I ran into Harry Price the other day, and he said it pulled up quite a lot sorer than what he thought it was going to, so might have done a bit more damage to it than
he
think.
His next adventure, he's in the Hobart race as well, so, you know, who knows,
He had a cortisone injection on Thursday and still pretty sore, he said. But anyway, there's Rag and Famish leading the fleet into Steel Point.
Classic stuff, all the way across to the strongest bit of tide, right where he is.
Good lift there. Yandu's not out of it. He's probably 3 or 4 boat lengths astern of the Rag, and then Finport's there just to the left of him, but Yandu's up on his hip. Rag tacks on his Yandu's gas. No, Yandu's probably clear there.
I think you're about to see a bit of hammer down sailing, Peter, there.
It's whether these boats will cross Andu, who's out in the midstream, but I think they probably will. I think these will probably look at the leading group, and Andu will come into play shortly. Yeah, I think Rag and Famish leads. Yandu second, Finport third, all very close.
Finport's in front of...
Yeah, he will be now. He's coming around the bow. Oh, Andu's going to cross, I think. Yeah, Andu will cross Finport, cross Yandu, and he'll be easing sheets to come behind Rag and Famish. So very close. Rag and Famish and Andu.
So, and some spiky wind coming out of the right edge here, Pete.
Yeah, I think you'll keep going, Andu, to try and get into this pressure.
Yeah, it's good, solid.
And the weather mark, we're about halfway up the first beat, first of 3.
But Peter, what I think we might see here, Rag and Famish just leaning on Yandu all the way to the past Port Tack ley line to some degree. But he's well in front of him now. Excuse me.
Okay, well that's the Nielsen Park blinker, the yellow blinker there that Yandu is just about to go past, to leeward of. Finport just to leeward of him. And Yandu's done a good job to extract himself out of that position where Finport was coming around his bow. So these 3, Yandu, Finport and Balmain, are in the top half dozen. And I don't know where your name here got to. He dropped back. He went left early, and it certainly didn't pay well. We're seeing Yandu bail out. So Yandu is well ahead of Yandu as Finport tacks up to weather of Yandu.
Shore and Partners hanging in there too, Pete.
Doing a good job with a smaller rig on.
So in the ship today,
we've got
full strength. Tom and Cam,
Yep. Emma Rankin at the helm, Cam McDonald and Tom Quigley. Okay, the rag's taken the stern of Andu, so it's
A big duck too.
Yep.
Wow.
So
Andu's had to go back and retain some control over the start attack rides.
advantage will now come to Rag and Famish. You'll probably try and set up close to a ley line here.
And you will want to pick a half boat length underlay, Peter, and challenge Andu. You want to duck or you want to tack? And
Not far off. Oh, they'll be close to a ley line.
no, they've been at the lay line when they tack. Yep.
There they go.
They have to be at the lay line,
Yeah,
Pete.
okay, so Andu will be in squeeze mode, I think.
And good right hand coming out of Watto Bay.
Yeah, nice
on the windward edge.
really good bit of pressure.
Yeah. God, the fleet's really struggled with that, haven't they? In a general sense.
Rag and Famish bow down, Andu in the squeeze mode. Rag and Famish trying to get over the top of him. I don't think he can from there. Andu will lay.
Andu is laying.
Yep. So they've got
Oh well, good
3
contest.
laps. Yep.
Good contest up the beat, Pete.
Good contest. And Finport has got himself into the 3rd spot. And then Your Name Here has extracted himself out of the pack a bit. Okay, Andu's around. Sevi Jarvan steering today. And the absence of Herman winning with Josh Pobeski and Ed Powers, and Rag and Famish with Marcus Ashley Jones right on the hammer.
2 guest skippers leading, Shipper.
Yes, indeed. And
Pretty good set on both boats.
okay, Finport next.
Considering
And then
all
getting
the-
into 4th is Smeg.
Smeg.
They've been a bit out of the play, but they've got certainly into the act now. Nathan McNamara.
So with the number 2 rig in too,
Yep.
Pete. So
Then Balmain, then Yandu. Okay, Balmain and Shaw and Partners will be next. Oh, Shaw and Partners, good job on the small rig. And then Your Name Here without the insignia.
And no
No
sheath
sheath.
about to have a bit of a bother.
Yeah, they're
Lindsay said subbed in on the main sheet there.
they look a
though.
bit wobbly. Fisher Peichel, Jordan Gertis, nice set. 6th around next. Then the Burrowing, here she comes.
The Noakes is in trouble here.
Oh,
Got a bit of prawning going on.
oh, the Royal Oak's well back. Kitchen Maker is next. 18-footer Barn Restaurant will be next. And then way back after a capsize is Marine Outlet. But the fleet are roaring off down towards Clifton Gardens, Chowder Bay on starboard jibe. The Royal Oakers jibe. A few starting to bail out to get onto port jibe. It's the breeze down about 8, 9, 10 knots in the spikes, but generally about 9 knots, 8, 9 knots, but still full wick here. Yeah, Andu and the Rag have got a bit of a jump here, Andrew. They got the bow down early and then they jumped away.
I don't think anybody's catching them, Peter.
No.
Well, look at that.
2 very good campaigners. Okay. That's the battle for 3rd between Finport, Balmain and Yandu. Western Channel Pile Light.
So everybody's seeking current relief on the right edge. I'll show you the right edge looking downwind here.
Yes. First to jibe is Andu. And almost in tandem is Rag and Famish. Yeah, trying to get into Chowder Bay to get out of that strong flowing outgoing tide.
Great stuff there, guys. Finport, Balmain, Yandu, all setting up to jibe at the entrance really of Chowder. Scrape along the point.
Two
You
very-
line up the gates.
2 good jibes. Yandu to jibe now. In they go. Nice work. So 3 or 4 of them have broken away and jibed early and then are coming back on starboard now, led by Your Name Here. So that's the view that Marcus Ashley Jones and his crew have on the Rag of Andu leading them in. to the gate. They can choose right or left mark here.
Giant drop, short mark on this edge, Pete.
Which, as Jimmy said, a big spread, Jimmy, isn't it? The two in the gate here. Normally
It's got to be like 100 metres apart.
Normally a lot closer. Yeah, the breeze heading these two slightly, which is in their favour. Won't help the boats that are coming in on starboard side.
Well, let's have a look at the alignment of the marks, Jimmy. There's Andu.
Only going to the left mark, is he? Or
Andu, look, or they're setting up, or going to squeeze down to the right-hand mark looking upwind. And Reagan Family might take the opportunity. Well, they think it's too far downwind, this.
Yeah, I think
the left-hand mark.
Yeah, I think this more northern mark's a lot further in distance, isn't it?
I think they're going the left-hand mark looking downwind. They're both doing that. Rag and Famish coming at Andu a bit here on a puff. So it's very tight here. Andu. What's Rag? No, Rag's going to go to the other mark. His jibe.
I think he was just a bit hot on it.
Completed job.
Yeah,
No,
let's go back again.
How's that, folks? Two jobs in 12 seconds or something.
Yeah, that
10
was
seconds.
gutsy stuff.
And pretty disciplined sailing though, Pete. Never run square. There's the rule.
No.
Never run square.
And the Balmain boys have done okay. They jibed earlier. They came across the tide, but they're got their nose right up to about 5th or 6th. So the two leaders around. Next will be Finport, then Balmain, and then.
Neither of the leaders all that tidy at the mark, actually. Both
No.
boats only just getting rolling now.
Okay, here's Keegan York. He's around.
The mighty Finport. And not all that tidy either.
Your name
Your name,
here
no
has
name.
gone to the other mark. He's the only one of the leading pack that have done that. Your name here. Okay, here comes. Gee, the Royal Oak did well. They were well back and they jibed early and they've made big inroads. They're around in front of Yandu. That was a very impressive comeback by the Royal Oak. They were about 3rd last at the weather mark.
Hey, well, Pete, here's a puzzle. You've got until the next race to figure it out, okay? When the current runs out against the wind at 2 knots,
Does it?
does the VMG of the skiff change? Because in essence, it's increasing the wind speed by 2.
Wind, yeah. I'm with you.
Yep.
I'm absolutely with you. Oh, young Henry's Burrowang just a bit late on the spinnaker drop.
No pressure at all, Pete.
No, okay, out round the outside goes Smeg. Yes, they drop back big time. 6th around next. Then Shaw and Partners. There's a lot of changes there in that downwind leg.
And it looked as if the guys that actually went down the middle came out okay.
Yes, they did. Okay, the Kitchen Maker, today's race sponsor, or the day's sponsor, just around. Then Fisher Paykel around, 18 footers to follow them, and then tail end Charlie. I'm sorry for you, Johnny Cooley up in the country, is your young son in the Marine Outlet. They, oh no, there's one behind
There's
them.
2 more behind them.
Two,
Pete.
I'm
There's
sorry.
Noakes Red, which I think had a swim, and Lazarus is just
Okay,
still
I'm sorry,
over on
John.
theirs.
We're counting from the back, but not from
Yes,
fullback.
that's right. I didn't see those other two. They're fair way back. But anyway, there's Marine Outlet after a capsize after the start. Okay, most of them on port except Yandu, who's gone to onto starboard.
Well, he was struggling with 3 rows of dirty air in front of him.
Well, he's certainly got clean air now.
Yeah.
There's the view towards the Eastern Channel Pilot to where the weather mark is. So I've got this beat to go, 2 more runs and 1 more beat. And your name here crosses Yandu. And good breeze here, 11, 12 knots perhaps, Andrew, I'd say.
Yeah, so the cap has been about 12 knots. Camera's catching up to the leaders there. Plenty of wind, looking at Andu, full nasal inversion. And
Lovely day on the harbour. Not that many craft out. They're probably all still at quarantine, enjoying a bubbly or 3. So it's a pretty clear runway for the fleet. But Andu leads quite convincingly. Sevi Jarvan steering today, doing a fine job. They're off Steel Point, getting some good current there. So they've kept on keeping on these two, Andrew, haven't they? They've really stepped out.
Well, interesting. Good drag race up the beam, but they had enough speed to get out of the peloton and pretty much go on with it.
Okay, well, there's Balmain and the Royal Oak. Royal Oak, as we said, got themselves back into play after not a great first beat.
But Pete, guess what? The breeze has gone back to the left.
On left again, yeah. We're almost in a nor'easter here.
Nearly northeast.
Yeah, almost nor'east. And so this will be interesting. Finn Porter's dug hard left into Clifton Gardens, Chowder Bay, but these two are still ahead. Finport hanging on to third, just. And the good breeze here now, Andrew, look at this. Best of the day.
Might be a fraction over 12 knots, Pete.
Yeah.
So, and we did see Ando, as I said a minute ago, fully flapping in the mainsail, so they will have done all the readjustments by now, though. So.
Okay, well, there's the crosses. Finport coming across on port. He's a fair way behind.
Still a fair way back.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Rag and Ando are a little bit faster than Finport in this condition by the look of it.
So Yandu went left early, has now gone back to the right, so it'll be interesting to see how it plays out for him. Oh, the breeze is good here. It is, as we're watching, Rag still going, and Yandu is tacked in front of him.
A bit of current influence here on the white cap, so, and you can see pretty clearly we're in front of us, and we're just up near the rocks at bottom of glass, 2/3 way up the beat, but clear water roughness.
A bit bouncy there for Andu through a bit of a wake, but still throwing a bit of mainsail inversion in the mainsail at times. As Rag and Famish going across his stern.
Just got a message from Ruffy Turner. I forgot that Josh is also the 16-foot skiff champion with Ruffy on board the Moon and Yachts. So
that's the state champion?
Yeah, the state championships. He filled in while Matt Stenter was off and doing Matt Stenter things.
Very talented crew there in Josh. And can fill in at ease with it on these boats. As here's Andu in full flight. So we've got 2 more runs to go and 1 more beat. They're approaching, they're about 300 or 400 metres from the weather mark.
Interestingly, wind strength at the top mark up in the, almost into the tricky zone for the big rig. They're away, not a given at this point, in the puff at least.
Okay, well he's close to attack, I think, to the lay line. 3, 2, 1, there you go, Andrew. Picked it.
Listening.
Yeah, they're tuned into us. He's on a pretty fat lay line at the moment, but let's just see. Might be able to put the foot down a little.
No, he's got a nice lead. You wouldn't bother meddling with a fine shot.
So that's Finport, just a little bit wobbly in the background, tacking. But he's through with the tack, and he would be laying as well. And Rag and Famish still coming in on port.
And Rag and Famish gets a bit of a look at it, but he won't probably tack to leeward of Andu because of dirty air consequences.
Yeah, I think he'll just have to follow him in. We'll see in a moment. There he is. It's still...
Oh, he's not that far behind.
No, he's not. He's not. So they've got pretty good speed, both these boats.
Yeah, no, that's clear.
So...
Doesn't matter what seems to happen, they're slowly edging away.
So about 30 metres from the weather mark is Andu. Just starting to crack the jib a little.
Yeah, and a good puff coming, just give him a little bit of a test.
A really good puff here. There they go. Oh, I'd say Sevy's done that before.
Yeah.
You don't win all those JJs for nothing. And the Rag and Famish will be there.
Oh, Peter.
Oh, Peter. Oh, bow up. Bow up. Sheet on. Here comes the Rag. Hang on to him, Marcus. Whooshka. Oh, got the bow down a little.
Took a look at the green rope, didn't get that. But
yeah. Okay, so the lead, what's about 15 seconds?
Yeah, that's all. It's nothing really.
No, they got this.
It's one error.
Yeah.
One tiny error, you know.
So it's the
Now, the rag has been pretty quick downhill, so let's see what happens. And the fin port just hanging on to third. But this might turn into a bit of attrition here, Pete. I've got a feeling.
Well, the breeze is up, best we've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yandu is in fifth spot now as Keegan York gets Finport around in third spot, fairway back in third. Then Your Name Here, these boys have done it again. They got themselves up to fourth. Yandu fifth. And then Balmain sixth.
And pretty good crew work on the Your Name Here. They got full weight on the wing pretty promptly. Haven't installed the chute yet, but there we go.
Oh, Balmain. I think the skipper might have slipped then.
Slipped off the wing.
Yeah.
Got the barrel way done and then had to do it again.
Okay, here's the Royal Oak next around. In good pressure. And Shaw and Partners. The little rig will be coming into play here for these guys, you would think.
Yeah, Shaw and Partners going to get in the top 10 here.
Good job, Emma. Nice job.
But Pete, looking down the run, sorry viewers, away, but big split now. Andu on the western shore, the other guy's going down the middle.
Well, it paid off last time in the middle, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Specs next around, then followed by sixth, Fisher Paykel. Okay, well, here's the Royal Oak. They jived early last time and made big gains, so they've done it again. It's the green spinnaker, belongs to them, and in the background with a white chute going into Chowder Bay is Andu. So a big split, as Andrew said. Rag and Famish has gone down the middle. Andu's gone to the western shore. And Pete, it might just be that there is just a bit more wind halfway across the channel, and the tide not a big deal going downhill because of the effective increase in apparent. Well, we'll find out probably, because if Rag and Famish hasn't gained, the middle doesn't pay.
It's never unlike Marcus, so to roll the dice, is it?
So the Leeward Gate is set down in Taylor Bay, the eastern side of Bradley's Head.
I mean, Jimmy, there's a fair bit of experience in that boat.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, without a doubt, like.
So Andu sneaking down the western shore. Chowder Head. Rag and Famish barreling in off camera on starboard. Fully wigged up. I guess what, Pete? The rag's made again. It's made again, I think you're right. Andrew, maybe the first time this year you've nailed it.
At least the second time, I'd say. But anyway.
I will give you two. Okay, yeah, Rag, look at this. Here's the converge. Oh, and Andu's got to go behind them. Good job, Marcus. Ashley Jones.
That's hot stuff.
Josh McKnight and Harry Hall. Well, that paid off there, didn't it?
Yeah, that's 15 seconds. And that might be enough for the Rag to go on and win the race here.
I think the Rag thinks it's a two-lapper.
Did they change it?
No, it's just a three-lapper.
Still three flag? Oh, they're blowing this, the Rag. If that's what he's done, I think you're right, Jimmy.
And the
he went to the finish.
And the breeze up another notch.
Yeah, there's plenty of wind here.
You can't make that stuff up, can you?
So he hasn't gone round the mark. He's gone through the finishing line, but the gate is set to windward of the finishing line.
He'd be lucky to get third out of this if he really tries, if he figures it out.
So what's he got to unwrap himself here?
You've got to come back.
Go back and go round again.
And go round, or just come over to this one.
No, normally with gates, you've got to go through them.
Yeah. You've got to go through the gate.
Can't
He's
go around that hole
got a jibe here. He's just realised what he's done.
He could get second or third here, indeed.
So he's going to go to the other gate here.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Left-hand mark looking downwind.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a major boo-boo.
But it's the usual problem a little bit, guys. You know, three, you know, a funny start. They all had to go upwind. They came back down again.
Yeah, a bit unsettled, as you say.
A bit unsettled indeed. And
okay, so let's recap. The Rag and Famish was in front. Thought it was the finish.
For a second.
Now he's in third.
The breeze now above range for the big rig, Pete, I think. Efficient range, anyway.
Yeah. Your name here is fourth, Balmain fifth, Yandu sixth. The Royal Oak going to the other mark is next. Oh dear, well, that's a bit deflating for the Rag and Famish boys.
I'd say they've got enough wheels to get back to second.
Do you think so? Yeah, they've given Finport a bit of a start though.
Yeah, it's only 20 seconds.
Yeah, breeze is up. It is solidly up now. Before there was just a few little puffs, but now it is solid.
Yep.
As we watch Shaw and Partners go round and sixth and Smeg barrel in. Here they come. Here's sixth with the orange spinnaker. White spinnaker belongs to Smeg. The blue spinnaker, the Burrawang. Keep your eyes on those boys. Oh, here comes the Smeg. We're overhead with them. Nice breeze. Okay, Smeg's got the job done. Sixth will be tidy, I think. And here comes the Burrawang. They've shoot down in good shape. Fisher Pike's still got the shoot up. Well, now it's down. Okay, Burrawang is round. Fisher Pike'll about to go round. They're round. So the only boat that went to the right-hand mark looking downwind was the Royal Oak 4-pine. And Andu now been handed a big lead after she got run down on the second run by the Rag and Famish. Rag and Famish didn't look at the course signals. They thought it was 2 laps and finish. It's 3 laps and finish. So that's your name here and Rag and Famish just tacking. And that's Finport. So you're right, Andrew. I think Rag and Famish is making some good gains here.
No, he's fast.
Yeah, whether he can hold off Finport.
He's rippingly fast, I think.
This is where the real battle is for second. Andu has bolted halfway up the last beat for the first race.
There we go, travelling with the guys that gave it back a bit, but they're in striking distance to get back to second.
Yeah, they're quick, aren't they? They're quick.
Sailing with a bit less twist than Finport. And look a little bit more comfortable in the mildly uprange big rig conditions.
So it's going out in the middle of the harbour now, and Andu in the distance is just tacked, well short of the port tack lane line, but it's Rag and Famish and Finport vying for second.
Yeah.
Good breeze now, lovely. Lovely sailing day.
Ed Powey's on the main sheet today with Josh in the bow, Josh Perepsky. Ed Powey's famous father, David. Shippers do a Hobart with him, Pete?
I did.
Indeed. You went all right?
No, it was average. Average.
Did you go all right?
Oh, it's brilliant, as always. No, great man, Dave. Done a lot of miles with him and still keep in touch, and Christmas in London this year for Dave.
And he's sung one of the bright, not quite so going anymore, perhaps, but extraordinary character.
So it's a real battle for second off camera. Rag and Famish is trying to hold out Finn Port, but he can't tack yet. There they go. They're getting up. Oh, they're still a long way from the port lay line, but Rag hanging on, trying to get a lane to come back.
Well, I think the Rag now would have to duck if they tack. And it's hard to tell from where we are, but
Yes.
that's kind of what it looks like.
Not much in it. I think he's just obviously got to wait till Finport tacks and then
I
almost follow him in.
No, the key here, Pete, I think, is that he has to take the initiative.
But he can't tack and cross him, so there's... Oh, Finport's tacked, okay.
No, so Finport abandoned ship, I think.
Yeah, I think he put the squeeze mode on him.
Yeah.
So he'll extend a little bit and then come back on port. There he goes.
So, wow, a bit of puff lull up here on the top mark, Pete. Look at that. Sorry, folks, not on screen. But
Yeah, there's a big hole up near the top mark. You just see that really dark on the water, then it gets very light. We'll see Andu. There he is.
doing a bit of gear changing.
Yeah.
And then gets,
it's a big right hand up.
Gets blown over in the right hand.
Yeah. So he's clearly ahead.
Classic. Anyway, I think you can put the tools down. If they set the chute without tipping over, they've won this race.
So further back in the field, it's Finport and Rag and Famish for second and third. Balmain, Your Name Here fourth. Yandu fifth. Balmain sixth. A big lead now to Andu.
Yeah.
Remembering that Rag and Famish were in the lead, but misread this course and went to the finish instead of going another lap. And Finport has done a good job to hold them off here.
Yeah, Finport gone into a low fast mode, Pete.
Yeah, they did. They've scooted away. He's, Rag and Famish is up on his hip, but I think by the time they come back on starboard, Finport will lead. Andu around. Nice lead. The run to the finish now.
We count the laps correctly, Peter.
Yes, well, we did. We're rarely wrong, Andrew, you know that. We're rarely wrong.
Sometimes mistaken, but rarely wrong. So,
okay, this is where the battle is. For second and third, Finport's tacked.
not a very good tack.
No, a bit wobbly. The Rag on his hammer. So Andu's away and on their way to victory. Jimey in the middle of the harbour, but Finport's round. Probably about a 50-second delta. They're set. Here comes the Rag around and
Not the best bear away.
hammering away at it is
Wow.
Your Name Here, just ahead of Yandu. So Your Name Here, fourth. Kirk Mitchell, done a very good job. Yandu's tacking now. Okay.
It's a bit frisky at the bear away.
Yep. So Yandu 5, and then about another 20 seconds to Balmain, which is Henry Larkins, Finn Sprott and Flynn Toomey. They'll be around in sixth spot. And another good performance for these boys. They've been there or thereabouts most of the year. Some big improvers here, these boys. They're fifth on the point score going into these final two races. I mean, a pretty large gap then. After that, so probably Shore and Partners will be next.
The Rag is in.
Oh,
the Rag's
the
in.
Rag's
Over to the left of screen there in the
The Rag.
background.
And that was a windward boat problem.
Yeah, I think it was.
Windward boat over the top of the burrow wing.
Ah, dear. Okay. The burrowing. So, what does that mean? What does that mean? That probably means that Yandu looking good for the point score. So Yandu now in fourth spot. In the distance, Andu. So, from what would have been a great day for the Rag and Famish has ended in disaster in two ways. They misread the course, handed the lead back to Andu, and now in second place, third place, they've capsized on the final Spinnaker run to the finish as we're watching the series leader. And I think he finishes in this position in fourth. He will be the state champion for this year. A fabulous effort by this crew. So, Andu now about 200 or 300 metres from the finishing line at Taylor Bay. Another race to come after this. Eighth and final heat, but it's really to work out the minor placings, because I think our maths is right, Andrew. If Yandu finishes in fourth spot, he can't be beaten, regardless of what happens in today's second race. Okay, fine job by Ed Powers and Josh Moremski for skipper Sevi Jarman today. Strong right from the word go. Put under a bit of pressure towards the end of the second run, but they got the course signals correct, unlike Fisher and Peichel, and they're just coming down to a very long finishing line. There they are, well done. Very, very good effort from a crew that have not sailed together this year. But
not a bad pull together crew though. Like no. if you had to pull the crew together off paper, that's your go-to.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
Here comes Finport behind us.
Strictly A grade there. Oh, very strong effort. Looks strong all day. Here comes Finport having another solid race. Yeah, so Jimmy, not quite enough upwind speed though for Finport. They rode probably okay uprange, but they weren't so great in the mid-range.
Yeah, and I think that's just time in boat thing as much as anything for them. Like, they really haven't sailed much as a crew all season, and obviously Keegan got to get his head back into 18 footer well.
Yeah.
And which string to pull to make it go a bit quicker.
So we're watching Your Name here, third. So that'll elevate them right up the point score list. Another third to those boys. So they could easily finish in second overall, but across today, Your Name here third. And here comes, on our calculations, the provisional winner of the state title with a race to go. The veteran John Winning Senior, 71 years young. With his crew of Lewis Brake and Fang Warren just across now. Well done, boys, well deserved. Consistency throughout. Fourth, their worst performance of the whole regatta. Still with one race to go. They are in fourth spot.
Take home and put her on the trailer.
Yeah. Get into the Champagne. Balmain fifth. And where are our friends in the Rag and Famish? Have they got themselves out of trouble yet, Jimmy?
They still? Not that I can see.
Right, okay. Well, that's an unfortunate finish for the Rag, but there's Royal Oak will be next, I think. If we can. They did a very good job after not the greatest first leg. Royal Oak will be sixth. They're going to be sixth. Yep, they will be. They've jibed to go in. They're across. Then Smeg next. Seventh. Shaw and Partners eighth. Nice job, Emma. So 8 boats have now finished. Next will be Jordan Gertis and his team aboard Fisher Paykel in a really good score coming here. See them at full wick there. See the white caps on the water. And still no sign of the Rag and Famish. Okay, Fisher Paykel will lay in, I think. It's going up to the pin end of the line.
Yeah, the Rag might have broken something, Pete. One with some eyes.
Yeah, we can't see him upright at all. Okay, Fisher Paykel across for
It was a pretty soft swim that they had, Bucko, so, you know, the chances of breaking something I don't think is that high.
Didn't like that soft to me, I don't know.
Okay.
Well, in comparison to some of other Marcus's famous...
Oh, yeah. Spin outs.
Yes.
Okay, here's the Burrowang. Here she comes, boys. In a good squall.
Sniffy.
Simon Nern and his crew of Cam Walker and Paddy Bannon. They'll round out the top 10. Oh, Burrowang. No, she's across. Do what you like now, boys. Have a swim, cool down. And then the kitchen maker, today's sponsor of the day, there will be next across. 11. Still no sign of looking upwind from our station here in Taylor Bay. I can't see the Rag anywhere, Jimmy.
I'm just having a look through the binos at the moment to see what I can see.
Okay.
And I can't seem to locate them.
Kitchen maker across. In the distance, we've still got 6 to come with the orange spinnaker. And a couple of other tail end Charlies. But there's one boat capsized down here. I think that's one of the Noakes boats, isn't it? The Red Hull?
No, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like they're going under tow.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Mainsail coming down. Oh, and the shore part has just got a vicious one up the track there.
So we're waiting now for the tail enders to finish, and then we're underway with the 8th heat of the state titles. But provisionally, we believe that Yandu is the champion for this year. And
Okay, I've just located the Rag, Pete. They're right up near the top mark where that red chute is not on screen, but...
Is there anyone with them, Jimmy? Is there a boat with them?
No, there doesn't seem to be a rescue boat or anything with them.
Okay, well, it's a long capsize, that's for sure. So next to finish in 12th will be 6th, barring accidents. So, Andrew, will we see a course change, do you think?
No, I don't think so, actually. Breeze has sort of gone halfway back to where it started and lightened a little bit down the bottom here.
Yes.
Looks a bit windy still up in Watson's Bay.
Okay, well, look, just watching the Rag, Pete, they pulled it up and obviously rolled it back over, so that's a sign that hopefully everything's okay.
Yeah, well, we hope so they can get underway in the second race of today.
Well, the committee had said they will try and start the race on a kind of 10-minute rotation from the last boat finishing, so...
Well, we've got a red spinnaker. Who's that, Jimmy? It's still
That's 18-footer restaurant.
He's at the Western Channel Pile, and then Marine Outlet's about 200 or 300 metres. There he is, Marine Outlet, Johnny Cooley. They're about 200 or 300 metres from the finishing line. They had a capsize on the first beat that put them out of contention, and we think the Noakes boat is going to be out of contention. They're upside, or not upside down, they're capsized with
2 crew at the head of the mast,
yeah.
So
something's amiss there. So let's recap. Well, Andrew, an interesting day. The first race got underway, and then with about 5 seconds to go, they put the AP up. Most of the fleet went sailing. They started the race again, and most of the fleet would have missed it. Then they postponed again. Most of the fleets, or all the fleets, started. And then we saw a good battle between Rag and Famish and Andu. And on the second downwind leg of 3, Rag and Famish just got his nose ahead, but had misread the course, think he was a 2-lapper only, and went to the finishing line, missed the gate. advantage to Andu, big time, and Rag and Famish maintained the third position, but then capsized on the run to the finish. So there we're just watching Marine Outlet cross. So what did you make of all that?
Well, Pete, just for the viewers, the Rag and Famish back upright coming down to the finish now, so they'll finish last, as presuming they set a spinnaker.
Second last, because no thread.
Oh, no thread, yeah, sorry. But of the finishes, Jimmy.
Oh, right. Okay.
In frame now, there you go, right of screen. They frame beautifully, south head, north head, and the second last boat in the foreground, Rag and Famish. Probably just going to cruise home, most lonely. No shoot, I would think. Pete, pretty chaotic, wasn't it? And it's valid reasons why things don't get done quite right, but Australian title starting in 3 weeks' time, one would hope that the adherence and observation of signals, etc., gets a little better.
Yep. Well, shows you got to do your homework or know what the course is. That's the first rule of sailing, I would think.
I think the first rule, Peter, was be at the start line on time. Well, rule two, know the course, indeed. But, yeah. Interesting weather-wise, though, also. Breeze surprisingly variable, actually. Absolutely near top range for the big rig in the puffs.
So hello to all our viewers who've tuned in. Hello to Terry Kearns from Atlanta, Georgia. Hello to you, Terry. I think you're a regular. Larry Dunn from Laguna Beach in California.
And we did talk about a bit of wind. Balmain have rolled.
Well, stubbed their toe.
They're finished, but the 80-footer bar and restaurant hasn't.
And the Rag coming back downwind now with a shoot. So they're
that's a good sign.
At 100%.
Okay, now I've got, can they beat the 80-footer bar and restaurant? Here they go. Hang on to it, boys.
Oh, got to turn the boat, boys.
Oh, yeah, they've got to go and run square. Push her up. There you go. Ugh. Hugo Stoner, Hugo Lemming and Hamish Vass. So we're just getting confirmation now from the club that Yandu has won the championship, and the points now are your name here in second spot, equal with Andu on 19 points, Rag 24 and Balmain 35. So still a lot to play because the drops will come into play. So the thing is that we know that Yandu is the champion of the state for this year as the 80-footers go across the line. Hello to our old friend Peter Montgomery. He's watching you from Auckland, New Zealand, Andrew. He's going to give you some tips.
Will you give me some tips?
Yeah.
Thanks, PJ.
It'll take him a while, he said. It'll take him a long time, I mean. Yeah, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Okay, here comes the Rag. Mortally wounded, you'd say, I think, from their day. Could have been so good, but it didn't end that way, as they will finish in 15th or last position after grabbing the lead halfway through the race. But it's the way it plays out.
Well, thinking they grabbed the lead, Pete.
Okay, well, here's the postponement flag as we wait for the Rag to come down, but maybe they're moving the weather mark. Andrew, perhaps?
I don't think they need to move the pin, so it could only be the weather mark if that's the cause.
So 6 over 3 again, Jimmy. So
that's what currently is there.
3 laps, windward lewards. And that's what poor old Marcus Ashley Jones didn't see last time.
He just wanted to check where the finish line was.
Yes, well, expensive check. So the AP flag is up. The time of day is 10 to 4 in Sydney, Australia, on the east coast. A lovely afternoon. That's the committee boat as Rag and Famish goes across. So, did we see the committee boat or the rib go up wind, Jimmy, towards the weather mark at all? I can see a
negative.
rib up there, just to the right of the Eastern Channel pile. If you get your binos, is that our boys or?
Well, they're not anywhere hanging around down here, are they?
No.
So,
No, I don't think that is. You'd never know where they are because Perry Como ended up on that rib with
What today?
Cameron, yeah.
Oh,
So
what could possibly go wrong?
So they could be anywhere.
Perry Como, wow, there's a blast.
They probably have Watson's Bay Hotel.
I would say big chance, absolute big chance. Perry, the great Perry Como. One of the great characters of 18-footers and other associated things.
So viewers, we've got a little delay here, Pete, and obviously for everybody in the yachting community, the Sydney Hobart starting in a week's time, more or less. Our colleague here, Mr. Shipway, doing his 80th race on Love and War. Peter, is that about right, or have I got that a bit wrong?
You've got that wrong in every respect.
Oh, you're not doing the race and you've only done 40 or something like
No, I'm going to Hobart
that. Yes.
on QF1.
On QF1.
Qantas.
Okay, fair.
I'm doing the commentary for 7, then I'm flying to Hobart to do the commentary down there.
Right, fair enough.
Right.
I stand corrected.
Right.
I stand corrected. I thought you were practising on that.
I was. I'm the manager of Love and War. They needed more managing than you can believe.
No, I've got that bit.
Yeah.
But folks, more seriously, perhaps you should just make note of the guys and girls from this fleet who are participating. And the total is probably 40 of the crew in total and about 12 boats. Some of the notable names who've done more, or approximately 30 races. Adrian Cahalan, navigating alive. I.G. Murray on board the Andu, trying to keep those cats herded. That's a big job too. Michael Spees, Sean Langman and Michael Coxon. So they're the most numbers. Obviously a fair bit of the Andu crew on the other Andu. Josh Perebski, Lindsay Stead, Luke Payne and Louis Brake on the Celestial, one of the Tattersall Cup favourites. Scallywag, Greg Hone and Noddy Hay, Luke Parkinson, Matt Stender and of course David Witt. Ryan Ewings as well, his first race so on that boat. On Whisper, Oliver Scott Mackey, Michael Coxon and David Griffith, one of the former secretaries of the club. On URM, Marcus and a bunch of the lads.
Pete Harris is on URM.
Pete Harris as well, yep. But Pete, your view of that mob, Sean, Muddy Penny, yes, Keegan York and Pete Langman.
And don't forget Woody on Comanche as well.
Yeah, Woody on Comanche.
State champion.
And
State champion.
Dylan Clark from the Cameron Cat and Charlie White on Law
Absolutely.
Connect. Law Connect. But of the bunch, Peter, your top 10 for IRC.
Well, I will give you my 10.
Yeah, not in any order.
No, I think Alive,
Yep.
Caro,
Yep.
Celestial,
Yep.
Mistral. If it's a little boat race.
Two-handed,
The
yeah.
two-hander. Rupert Henry will win it if it's a little boat race. That's my fearless prediction.
Fearless.
Yeah. The big boats could win. I mean, a boat like Law Connect, if he doesn't get line on us, he could easily win on handicap because Comanche, you've got to give him a lot of time
Law
in rating.
Pretty good rating.
So it's a big boat race. Law Connect could be strong. So Alive, Celestial, Caro, Mistral. Teasing Machine from France.
Yep.
Nelson Marek 54. He's been here before with another teasing machine and won his division.
Yeah, no, and they've been terrific, haven't they?
They're strong. They've won Middle Sea.
Yep.
And he's been a very good competitor, Eric de Turkheim.
URM, Pete.
And URM, absolutely. They've won a lot this year. They've won Flinders Island, to name just one. And very good crew, Grant Simmer, Anthony Merrington, of course, Marcus Ashley-Jones. They'll take some beating if it's sort of a 70-footers race. But look, Andrew, as we all know, and you've sailed it many times, it's the weather so determinant, the winner.
No, that's right.
It's,
but Peter, we should say that Love and War, despite your absence, is a chance to win.
Absolutely.
Also.
I mean, she's got a good age allowance and she rates right at the low end of the fleet.
Yeah, it needs some bump and some...
Well, she needs some southerly,
you know,
exactly. 30 or 40 knots in...
for 2 days.
Well, other boats will destruct, you know, she won't. But it's just that last 40 miles from Tasman Island to the finish will determine who wins it, really. It's so critical, it's so difficult. And that blasted river, I mean, so many boats have led at the Iron Pot.
It sounds like you've led at the Iron Pot.
I've led at Tasman and just been absolutely dwarfed.
He won't even come out on the camera boat down there to go down to the Iron Pot.
I wasn't going to ever go to a boat show after a couple of Hobart races. I was that bad. But anyway.
So for the viewers, Peter's suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder.
Something like that.
For several reasons. Yes. Anyway, Peter, I think we should just wish all the guys and girls a great good luck and good safety.
Safe passage. That's the main thing. Yeah. Get there safely and then the rest looks after itself as we get back to the final heat of the state titles of the 18-footers on Sydney Harbour. Final day of racing for 2023 on the official calendar. We go into 2024 with a lot to happen in Australian titles and the JJ Gilton, and we're just over 3 minutes to go to this final heat with Yandu already assured of the title after finishing 4th today behind Andu, Finport and Your Name Here. What's this race going to bring, Andrew? We've got good breeze, 12 knots perhaps, east or east.
Well, Pete, I think it's stopped building.
Yes.
And possibly then it might go back to the right. I mean, just a fraction.
So they haven't altered the course, Jimmy, have they? It's still 060 at 1 mile, I think?
Yeah, I think it's 1 mile.
Yeah.
One of the numbers is having a little drink on the back of the start boat.
Yeah, that's worth watching. So 3 laps. Marcus, where are you? 3 laps, don't forget.
That's right. Still, tide hasn't changed.
No, it's still ripping out.
Still going out pretty hard. Looking at the water surface up the top there.
There's a beautiful cruise boat just lumbering down the harbour. I think hopefully he'll be clear by the time. Oh, I don't know whether he will.
Noakes Red, sorry, Shippo to interrupt, just over near Bradley's has got 3 rescue boats with it, so I don't know what the drama is over there.
I hope everyone's all right. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Well, they haven't been having too good a time of it, have they?
And that's our Swedish friends, isn't it? And the crew.
No,
No, they're on Lazarus.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm Lazarus. I stand corrected, yes.
Beck Hancock, Lindsay Stead and Brandon Bying.
Well, Brandon, I think he's going to Hobart on Drumfire. So there's 2 minutes to go. So plenty of 18-footer boys are venturing south, as Andrew said, on Boxing Day. Alex Marinelli, crew on Royal Oak, he's going on Maritimo 52, I think, with Michael Spees.
That's correct.
So anyway, back to 18-footers.
That'll be an
40
experience
to go.
in itself.
Absolutely. With Speesy, anything could happen there. And they could do well. That boat could do very well.
So the
TP 52.
The fleet thinking the weather ends favoured by the look of the rack up.
Andu well down at the pin. He's right on the foreshore down there in Taylor Bay. And coming up to 1 minute. And then we're away. Is I presume the Rag's here. Yeah, Rag and Famish is here. Bit of yelling.
Yep, that was Marcus doing the yelling.
You always yell when you're on port. I don't know how that works. As Yandu Nelly puts his... Oh, look. Oh, he's put Yandu in capsize almost. Rag and Famish.
1 minute.
That wasn't too good, Marcus. Came up on port and started yelling. I don't know why you yell on port, Andrew. Can you work that out?
I never yelled.
No. Okay, 40-odd seconds to go. Andu alone down at the pin. Okay, and Finport. Okay, first and second in the first race today.
Breeze just vaguely mid-strength here and a fair bit of left at the line.
30 seconds. Yandu right at the boat. And they've held back a little here with...
Well, that around the edge all flags, you know, sorting them out, isn't it? That, Mr. Vacaros, etc.
Yeah, the Vacaros starting system. Boys will be looking at that. There's Finport and Andu alone down there. Okay, what do we got? Not Mog to go. 3, 2, 1, go. All good, I think.
Except one boat in the tide.
Oh, who's that? Is that Shore? It's a Red Hull.
6. Oh no, it must be
Shore. Is it Shore and Partners anyway?
They're all clear start.
All clear, and the pin boat's got it. Finport and Andu got the jump, and got one boat capsized. It's Balmain boys. Oh dear, that's disappointing. Okay, their race is probably done and dusted, but fleet, some going into Chowder Head, others punching out into midstream, but it's Finport and Andu that lead. Plenty of pressure. Got an inversion in Andu's main. See the streaks of good wind as they look towards Nielsen Park on the overhead. Bouncing off the shore is Your Name Here without the sail insignia. Third in the first race. Shore Partners on the rocks as well. Marine Outlet getting a bit wobbly. Oh dear, they're going to capsize again. They've run out of wind there. We'll have a look at them. Oh, they tacked back. Oh, that wasn't too good, boys. Fisher Paykel gets the jump on them. So Finport and Andu, 3 laps. The breeze settled down a bit here, Andrew.
Yeah, a little bit lighter. It's usual late afternoon sort of stuff, really, Pete. Just soften a bit. It's, you know, it is late-ish in the day.
So right on the point is Yandu, and he's got a good little pressure and left-hander. He looks fairly strong. Well, the rest of the fleet have gone out into the middle of the harbour. I like Yandu up here on the left for a while. If he's high on the left.
Yeah, but the compression doesn't last very long.
No, but anyway, at the moment, stop the race now. We've got a ferry outbound to Manly, which is going to cause a bit of trouble. There he is. So he'll go, Finport will go above him. So what do you like here, Andrew? What are you thinking?
Well, I thought Finport was leading, Pete, but the ferry's split the fleet to some degree.
Yeah, Shore and Partners and
Shore and Partners in the top 5.
Your Name Here.
Yeah.
Doing okay, but the ferry, they're doing the same speed as the ferry,
yeah.
which is not recommended.
Oh yeah, how do they get separation here is a bit of a challenge.
Yes, ferry just starting to get a bit of speed up now.
Yeah, no, they've got enough separation now, no drama. No drama.
It's just whether they get the bit of a lee off the ferry, but Andu probably second to Finport at the moment, and Yandu not out of it either. So as the afternoon wears on, it's just after 4 o'clock in Sydney. Breeze down a little.
Just down a bit. Oh.
The front of the pack, it's Finport.
Yeah, he leads pretty comfortably.
Well, he got a good start down the pin.
Yeah.
He was closest to the pin, and he's away. Tack now, and he's going to come back towards the fleet. It's not much in this, but he will be in the lead, I think.
Yandu's fairly comfortable, Peter.
Oh, yeah. Yandu did well going up into the left corner, or towards the left middle. Good breeze again coming out of Watson's Bay.
So a new
Whitecaps.
A new pulse of northeast flow. That's well up range.
Yep. Keegan York moving into his work very nicely at the moment. With Matt Stetter and Phil Marshall. We're about halfway up the first beat of 3. There's Yandu, that's Steel Point, with the rag coming out. Yandu will be across him. Not far off attack, the Yandu boys. There they go, rolling into it. And really good pressure. So it's close here. Finport leads, I'd say. Then Andu, Yandu, Rag and Famish. The boats that went to the left don't seem to have come out too well there, Andrew, I don't think.
No, they had to go too far probably with the ferry, so...
Yeah, that was Your Name Here and Shaw and Partners. The boats that stood out into the middle and towards Nielsen have obviously come out on top.
Hard to beat that current flow, Peter, when you go upwind.
Yeah.
I guess a little bit of right-hand bend at the top here too, so...
Okay, well...
Hard to come in on port.
So it'll favour Yandu, who's, as we said, had already clinched the state title for this year. He can just taste the champagne and probably toast his wife's birthday as well. Happy birthday to you, Kerry. Massive celebrations tonight, I'd say. Woody will be in bed by 7, asleep by the 2 past. Massive. That's if he can get out on the boat with his hips the way they are. But anyway, imagine how he'd be if he had good hips. Okay, as Finport comes back, very close, top 4.
So the guy
Finport's got to take the stern of Andu.
Oh, and that's a big duck.
Yandu could lead here.
That's a big duck.
Yandu could lead.
They could.
Starboard tack rights. Finport's got to take
They've all got to attack
3 sterns.
2 more times.
Oh, racket famish.
Marcus.
Oh, what's he done there, Mark? Oh. Did he see? I don't know whether he saw Finport.
Didn't need to do that.
Okay.
I'm sure he would have seen him.
Oh, so no love lost here between Andu and Yandu, although his son's not there today. He's overseas doing his thing. Herman, look at that. What a great race here. So, this is going to be a real gaggle at the top mark. We're about 75 metres downwind of the top mark at the moment.
And it remains enough wind to be required close attention to barrel up.
Yandu will lead here. Rag and Famish tax, Andu tax, Yandu tax, Finport tax. Okay. Then bringing up not far off it is Shaw and Partners.
So they came out of the left or right, Pete?
Well, yeah, they did. Where's Your Name Here? Okay, she's back a little. Okay, here we go. The charge is on. Don't forget it's 3 laps.
Everybody a bit overstood, so no drama
Well,
here.
Finport can pull the jib on. What are they doing?
Some bad seas here.
Yeah, really. Okay, Yandu leads. Oh, whooshka. Yandu dips into leeward of them. Now the Rag and Famish.
And Smeg, another
And the
blinder
Smeg,
to the
they
top
came
mark.
in, yes. Well done, Smeg.
Wow, that's
Well
a
done
battle,
you. Then
isn't it?
Finport. That's the 5. Good
And
set
Shaw
on
and
Yandu.
Partners.
Shaw and Partners. Emma Rankin, again, she's up there. Then Your Name Here will be next. All good sets.
And Finport job setting.
Well, he's got to throw something at it, I guess. Yeah. See what happens then. Your Name Here in a boom around the mark. He's got to get that bow down. And here comes the Burrowang just around Fisher Paykel's next. Burrowang around the outside.
On a screamer too. Gee whiz.
Yep.
Oh. Sensational.
And the Royal Oak. Followed by the Kitchen Maker, Lazarus, 18-footers, Balmain, and...
After their little swim down before the start, or at the start.
Yeah, they've
Balmain.
got just in touch, and I haven't seen Marine Outlet, have we?
There's a boat halfway down the run, capsized. There's 2 of them actually.
I see one, yes. So we're assuming that may well be the Marine Outlet boys as the race is on here. This is very exciting. Lazarus just round. There's the Rag. After his misadventures in the first race today, he's back in the hunt here. It's Yandu, top of screen.
Just going past Marine Outlet, capsized in the middle of the course, just behind Shore Apartments over here, not on screen, Pete.
Okay, so Yandu leads, but it's close with Andu, Rag and Famish. And coming in on starboard is Finport.
Finport looks like they've gained. Progressive header as you go to the western shore.
In the first race, the middle certainly gained from those boats that went down the western shore to try and get out of the current. So it's Andu, Yandu, Finport, Rag and Famish. Here's the close cross. You'll see Finport in a minute. There he is. Starboard tack. Yandu's got a giant here. He has to.
Cruising boat in the way, but
Great viewing for them.
sensational. Yandu just had to luff around the back of Yandu. Finport got clean air in front of.
And the boat that done well again is Your Name Here, or No Name Here. Kirk Mitchell, he almost did a jibe set and ran down on port. He's barreling in on starboard. He's a clear fourth or fifth.
It's going to be pretty hot at the bottom here, Peter.
Plenty of action. Yeehaw. Where am I going, Andrew? Where are you taking me? Right or left looking downwind?
Well, I'd like to do a jibe drop into the left-hand mark.
Okay, jibe drop it is. You ready?
Then you need to line it up perfectly, Peter. You haven't done so.
Make sure the halyard's not tangled, Bucko. That's all you got to do.
I told her the bloody jibing it was 76 degrees.
Okay, well here the Finport and Yandu look as though they're going to be coming into the left-hand mark. Oh, Finport's got a good pressure, plenty of pressure rolling down.
Finport's going to lead if they can get it off.
What's he going to do, Finport?
He's going to do a jibe. He's going to reach up to the plumbo. Sorry.
Okay, Yandu dropping, but Andu's is in the act here too. Andu may lead here.
Yeah, Andu's going to be
Andu's going to lead.
Finport overcooked it, Peter.
Yep. So Finport's second, then
plenty
Your
on.
Name Here.
Plenty on.
Here comes Marcus in the background with a Rag and Famish. Okay, Andu's round, Finport next. Then Your Name Here with a Spinnaker still over the bow. Come on, boys, get it aboard.
Oh, yeah.
Working hard to get it aboard. Yandu sneaks in round to windward of them. Then the Rag and Famish. Smeg stubbed their toe a little. What's happened to them? They've got to get the boat away, but next in is Shore and Partners.
The old story.
Bit of pressure for Shore and Partners.
Number 2 rig, but pretty neat little jibe.
Yeah, very good.
They'll come out of there.
Nice work, Shore and Partners. Very good.
6th.
Smeg around on the inside.
I'll be pleased with that.
Yeah. Oh,
Royal Oak coming
the
in
Royal
late
Oak
to the right
with a
of
green
screen.
shoot.
What's your advice here, Pete?
Close your eyes and hope.
Well, there you go. That's
dear.
about what they're doing.
Yeah. Here comes the Burrowings round.
An orderly drop.
Yeah,
exactly.
they got the job done. The Royal Oak's still got the Spinnaker up. Oh, he's going to put the crew under pressure here. Oh,
This could end in tears,
yes.
but
Oh, tears for Fisher Paykel. The rig's locked. The rigs are locked.
this isn't good.
They're locked. They're both going to go in. They're both going to go in.
Yep.
Yep, the rigs, Fisher Paykel.
You get the rigs locked in these boats, it's all over usually, so.
Well, that's day over for both those boys, unfortunately.
Exchanging polite advice too between the boats. That was,
Give me room on the leeward boat. Oh dear.
Yeah, no, they're
A lot to play out there.
They're in the circle, so
Yeah, it's probably
Fisher and Paykel technically in the wrong.
Very close to the same just happened there with Bowmate and the kitchen maker.
Balmain's in trouble. Boat full of Spinnaker full of water, I think. Oh no, they're trying to get it on board.
Some water, Peter.
Yeah,
Not enough for prawns.
Sydney Harbour prawn, perhaps, or 3.
No.
Okay, kitchen maker is around. Next to be Lazarus. Where are they going? The other mark, are they? No. The red spinnaker, the 18-footers. And I think that's all there's there, Jimmy, isn't it? I don't think there's anyone else coming down.
No,
Marine
six
Outlet
Marine Outlet were the two boats that were in.
They're still on the tide.
In the tide.
Okay, the second of 3 beats in a nice east northeasterly breeze of 8 to 10, maybe a bit more at times.
8 to 12.
Okay, we'll give it 8, yeah.
12. And perhaps a little more even. Ebb tide makes it look stronger than it is, but
Quarry Lighthouse, top of screen. Steel Point, bottom of screen. All the leaders going towards Steel Point. It's Andu that leads. Just grabbed it. The lead right at the death there at the end of the Spinnaker run. Lovely sailing breeze at the moment. Lovely conditions. For the final heat of the state titles for this year.
just travelling here with Burrowing up near the point to tack, but in a big bit of puff, struggling to get it settled down enough to tack. They get it done.
Yep.
A little bit under the headland. See the setup's a bit deep.
Yeah, a bit deep. As we see a couple of boats coming back downwind that capsized. Marine Outlet, I think, stays done. Looks as though he's running home without a spinnaker. So not a good day for John Cooley and his team today.
No, he's driving. He's heading to the.
Oh no, he's going to continue on. Cam Gundy and
Cam and Charlie on.
Okay, there's a good line-up between Finport and Andu. So they're first and second. Andu first, Finport second. Close third to Yandu. Then Orang and Famish. And your name here.
Sorry viewers, on the right now John Cooley with Will Dargaville and Chian Guilfoyle, which is a new lineup. So
Well, that's good that Dargs is coming back. He sailed on the Birkenhead Point Marina and got quite injured. So
That's right,
good to see him getting back into the mix of things.
That was last season, wasn't it? He got injured.
Year before.
Year before, was it? Yeah, right, okay.
he had a whole season off until today, or last week actually.
Now here's Rag and Famish. What do we look like here, Andrew? We like the setup?
They've been pretty good, pretty fast, and didn't seem to be troubled as it got up range. Yeah, so I think the Rag might be in second here, Pete.
Tell you who's doing well, and I'll just bring them into frame here, is Insurance Partners.
Better than well, Jimmy.
Well, they've dug right into Nielsen Park and looking for that easterly slant that comes along Nielsen Park.
They're in about 4th, 5th.
Yep.
6th, maybe 5th.
There they are. There's
Emma Rankin, Cam McDonald and Tom Quigley. I've been fighting a good fight today out here with the second rig in, wanting to experiment the sea. And they picked the right day to do that, haven't they?
yeah, like it's been pretty lucky that it's right on the crossover today. And they're sailing that boat very well.
lighter crew,
nonetheless.
and them and Smeg both with number 2 rigs in, and there they are.
So we're approaching the weather mark for the second of 3 times, and Andu a clear leader from Finport, and I think Yandu's probably third, close with Rag and Famish.
Well understood, Mr. Winning here. Anyway, Andu, nice lay line, easy lay. Cracking sheets now. Finport also laying in second, not too far behind.
So Andu's round. Got your clock running, got your Rolex running, Bucko?
Jive set.
Okay. Yep, every time it's paid, so he's going to do it. Sevi Jarman at the helm. From Finport, they're about 2 boat lengths from the mark.
So they would call that 25 seconds.
Yeah, okay, that's a nice lead, but not insurmountable as Finport gets a boomer to pull away in. Is he going to jibe? Yes, he is. Yep.
Jibing.
Yep. They're all onto that trick now.
Yeah. Wow, pretty gutsy stuff, isn't it? No prisoners.
Okay, Rag is next. In a good one. Oh, the rag's gone. The rag is gone. Spectacular stuff.
That hurts.
That hurts. Then Yandu's got to take some avoiding action. He's going to go upwind a little. Safety first. Safety first.
Yeah, Rag just...
Rag, dear oh dear.
Put the boat out too quick.
Hasn't been their day. Has not been their day.
I mean,
Next around is the Smeg. And Rag's right on the ley line around the mark, so everyone's got to go above her. Shaw and Partners. Bow
No
up.
fear.
Okay, here comes your name here, then a big gap after them. So it reads now at Andu, Finport, Yandu, Smeg, Shaw and Partners, and your name here. Next will be the Burrowang.
Notice every time though that when the rag goes around the top mark, just getting the thumbs up off Marcus there now. They're very sniffy compared to everyone else. Like I know Marcus loves to be the showman and rip it away and give us entertainment.
Well, he's given us plenty of that today, Jimmy.
He's always good for a laugh.
So I think, Andrew, it's fair to say that Marcus is coming back for the JJs, isn't he? To sail Lazarus, is that right? I hear that. Yeah, I think that's
that was the
correct.
conversation I had with him, Pete. That was what he was going to be doing.
So that'll add some good depth to the contest.
Definitely add some entertainment.
Absolutely, we like that. Yeah, especially a southerly. We need some big, strong southerlies, Jimmy.
I'm not sure a year of racing a 65 is the ideal prep,
No,
though.
it's not. But as we've probably seen today, it is a bit wobbly, as they say.
Just looking out to the right-hand side of the camera boat, Sixtus still in the tide, so they've got a rescue boat with them, but
Who was it, Jimmy? Six.
yeah, they've been in the tide for a couple of laps.
Anyway, folks, travelling with the mighty Finport, ripping it into the bottom mark, Andu just crossing them to go into the gate.
No real gains there, I don't think. Probably made a bit of an extension from Andu, if anything.
Well, yeah, but it's a stroke match, really, Peter, isn't it? Who gets the jibing or creek in the bottom is the only thing that's going to make a big difference here, unless they go in the tide or something.
So 2 laps almost completed. There's 1 to go. And the 2023 state titles will be all over. But it is all over already on the point scores. Yandu is the champion.
So Andu now dropping their chute. He looks a bit overcooked there, but struggling to get to the chute end. Yep. Current wind well forward.
Andu at the bottom.
Andu's in trouble.
Did I say, Peter?
You did indeed.
Got to just get the chute
That's
down.
why you're on the big money, Andrew. That's why you're on the big money.
Exactly.
They're still untidy. They haven't got round the mark, either of them gate. And Finport comes barreling in. Advantage Finport here. So what's Andu going to do? Going to jibe or go to the other mark? He's going to reach to the other mark, I think.
He's only just got the chute in the bag.
Yeah.
He's going to use that passage leg to get the chute down.
Yeah. So
And then just harden up.
they round the gate at the same time.
Yeah.
But Andu's clean. Finport still a bit wobbly there. The spinnaker down now. So game on. If those...
No, both boats still a bit untidy.
Yeah.
Still in the bow, the Finport's.
And meanwhile, barreling down in third is Yandu on the front of a good gust. So if the gate was equal, Andrew, they both went round at the same time.
Yeah, but
I like the left, I think. What do you think?
But the Finport's going to the right side of the track.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah. 2 extra tacks really for as well. For
Yeah.
Andu.
Andu's run out a bit of gas.
Yeah.
He goes, Yandu's going to go where? He's
Just
going
a straight drop
Drop
with that powerboat behind him. He wouldn't be able to jibe anyway. The powerboat would be in the back of Yandu in a second.
Yeah. Okay, Yandu.
Oh, Yandu under pressure here.
No, easy. Look at that. Lovely.
Yeah, but no radius, Pete.
Oh, you don't need radius when you're the champion. Look at that. Hey? Radius, eh?
Yeah,
I like that word.
Radius, yeah.
It's a radius. Okay. Here comes your name here. Why don't you sponsor this boat, Bucko? Call it Bucko. Eh?
I've got enough issues.
Well, no comment. Okay, that's their fourth. So any viewer that wants to sponsor it,
We just need a
you can name it after Bucko. Just be called Bucko.
a Patreon page. What we need.
Okay, Shaw and Partners just slowly round. Consistent again.
A little bit cruisy, but in pretty good order.
Yeah. Then Smeg.
I got in front of Smeg on the run. How about that?
Smeg, Nathan McNamara, Jed Cruikshank and Jack Taylor.
Look who's going to be next around the mark. Shippo, that orange chute at Balmain.
Balmain.
And remember, they were in the tide at the start.
Yes, they were.
So, just showing how
Yeah, they've been good
well
at times
these
this
guys
year.
have improved.
Yep.
And they've gone to the jibe drop, got the alignment pretty good.
Yeah, they have been big improvers this year. They've been very solid at times.
Definitely a boat to keep an eye on as we come into
he's
the...
barreling down. No pressure on the crew here, on the barrowing.
Only about 10 lengths beyond the mark. So that might go the other mark too, Pete. Yes, the escape hatch.
Otherwise, you're going upwind with the
The
spinnaker.
escape hatch.
So we're on the last leg.
The last beat, Peter.
Yeah, last beat of the 2023 championship.
Sponsor on screen.
There's
Sponsor
our-
of the day.
Yeah. Kitchen Maker, long-time sponsor of 18s.
Third longest sponsor in the 18 footers.
Well, that's a great recognition. And we're chasing the fleet up the last beat with Andu and Finport duking it out, as they say. And it looks as though we're going to have a cross here.
Finport's in front.
So Rag and Famish going home, I'd say, and Finport is in front.
The two swim rules being invoked on the Rag and Famish.
Yeah. So, this is a very good race here. I think breeze is about 10 knots, 11 perhaps. Don't forget Sevi Jarvan steering the Andu today with his crew of Josh Porebski and Ed Powers.
That's a pretty good effort. You know, obviously fabulous sailors, the three of them.
But just to be, no matter how good you are, to be thrown in
To get the combo to work.
Yeah, it takes time, and these boys have done a great job winning the first race today as they tack off Steel Point. lovely afternoon in Sydney here. It's reasonably late in the day, 4:30. Lovely Nielsen Park Beach there. And they're not going back on anything great here at the moment, Andu. Seve's just looking for a bit of a right-hander.
So Peter Sjolstra is late enough in the day, the breeze starts to do
go.
different things.
Yes.
Which different things? Always a puzzle, but
Finport tax. So remembering he crossed Andu before. Oh, and I think he's going to be ahead again, isn't he?
Saving except for the cruising boat. Things are pretty hunky-dory on the Finport. Cruising boat, he must attack to go behind the cruising boat. The cruising boat going to leeward of Andu. All good.
Yeah, he's extended there a little, I think.
Yep. Yeah, he has. I think you find that by now, though, Pete, on the Andu, they'll just be going, we'll just get home. Second's not too bad.
Yeah. Having won the first race today,
yeah,
of course.
Exactly.
Will be a pretty good day for them. A 1 and a 2, but who knows? They won't be lying down here. They'll want to be throwing everything at it.
Yeah, they got first out of some chaos in the first races, which is just observed for us. Finport now going to the ley line, on the starboard tack ley line, so that's quite a good lead they've got there. Pete.
Yeah, nice breeze too where he's going. Really good breeze.
Oh, and only one ferry in the way.
Yeah, he's probably well clear of that.
Ley line is about where the ferry is, Pete, I think.
No, we go a bit further, I believe. He's really good pressure now. Just
let me have a look. I'll tell you when he can tack.
Not yet. No.
No, at the wash. He can tack at the wash.
They go a little beyond the wash, I think. See who's listening to you, Bucker.
Wouldn't listen to me, mate. He's not that silly. No, he's got to go at least halfway.
Yeah. Just needs to. Yeah. Got some good air now out beside the ferry. Go a bit further.
No, he's past the ley line now.
Anyway, all right. No, he's safe. Safe. 3, 2, 2.5. Yeah. 1. Come on, Keegan. Come on, Keegan. You can do it, son. You can do it.
He's really being cautious.
There you go, big fella. Away you go.
Out of the dirty air, out of the rough water, but he's well overstood.
Just get that easterly slant from bottom and glass around the foreshore here.
Yeah. So, Jimmy, have a look what's in the foreground there. Notes red, having put it back together in the water by the look at the masthead of the mainsail. Going to fight it out and finish the race. It's big.
Okay, this is going to be close here.
Good for their self-esteem on board that boat.
Yeah. So this is going to be close. Andrew's closed the gap here a little.
Well,
and we're going,
don't mention the ferry wash, Peter.
No, and they're about 80 metres from the weather mark the last time, the run to the finish.
It's still a 20-second lead.
Yeah. You don't want to stop your toe downwind. Finport leads.
Finport took notes of what happened to Andu at the bottom and said, we don't do that. Crack sheets now, so that's how much they understood by
Yeah, that's all right. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that.
Obviously not all right.
Well, I'm happy with that.
Oh, yeah, okay. I thought you used to calling the ley lines on the love wall, which only go 6.2.
Tackings are 120 degrees, it's difficult. Yeah. But anyway, here we go.
Good bit of wind coming for the barrel way.
Okay. So the Finport leads. The last leg now coming in to play, the final run to the finish.
Jib all the way off.
Yeah, well eased.
Plenty on.
Yeah, okay, away they go.
How about that? Put that one in the textbook, girls and boys.
Yeah, you going to jibe? Yes. Yep.
Textbook bear away. Textbook two-sail jibe.
Okay, good solid lead, but here comes Andu with a good one. Oh, they're around. And you can see the good puff above coming down to them.
You can see Sev hurrying to try and get the jibe done to get up on the hip.
So, and there's Yandu. Oh, what's going to happen here?
Bit of run square on the Yandu.
Oh.
That could have been a bad day.
Yes.
Great stuff, boys.
So Yandu third. Your name here fourth. Shore and Partners fifth. But not the greatest set on the Yandu.
No, they got I got unsteady there with the Yandu. By all that.
Too many Andus and Yandus. Okay, the race to the finish. Finport leads. Andu second.
Andrew having to jibe the
Yeah, take the safer option.
Finport on a good letdown there in the middle.
Clear runway, I think, for Finport, Jimmy.
All the way to the low line, Jimmy.
Absolutely.
Just send it. One and in.
Great shot of Finport. So he'll finish with a second and a first, all going well. And Andu will finish with a first and a second, if things stay the way they are. But we've seen things crumble before. Who knows what will happen here? But at the moment, Keegan York leads them home. Nice job. They've looked fast all day. Tactically very good, very sound. Good crew handling, as you'd expect. And probably starting to work into some good form leading into the Christmas break. But Andu have split away from them. So have they made up ground here?
The answer would be no.
Okay, so you'd say Finport's on the way to the finish.
You're not far off it.
Yeah.
Can take full advantage of progressive header here into the Western Shore.
There's Andu way in the distance in Chowder Bay.
I mean, he knows that the decent finish line doesn't have to be too precise here.
The blue spinnaker is being lapped, so don't get excited if you're a fan of the Noakes. They are being lapped. Nice, they've extended here, Finport.
There's Noakes red on the camera. That's good for Beck Hancock, just to get some time on the water in these boats.
And, you know, several laps in a pretty solid east nor'easter. Not a bad day out, really.
No, beats sitting at home, doesn't it?
Windy here on the Western Shore, except at the finish where it's a bit lighter.
Okay, Finport approaching the finishing line with a very good lead. So to round off a very good day for these boys. Excellent sailing, as you'd expect from a very, very good team. There they go. That'll do it. There's the hooter. Finport wins. Had a very good afternoon's outing, and they've extended their lead down here over Andu. They will be next to finish. So the next trip for Savvy will be on the Andu Comanche to Hobart as one of Herman Whitting's right-hand men. But as you'd expect, very good performance by that crew of excellent sailors thrown together for the first time this year. Sevi Jarvan Powers and Josh Morevsky. As we're watching, oh look, here's your name here has got himself in the third spot. They've been quick again, Andrew.
Yep.
So another third to them. Andrew Stevens and Daniel Barnett, along with Kirk Mitchell. And here's the old fella, the state champion, finishing in fourth spot, as he did in the first race today. So I think probably the way it'll stack up will be Yandu will be first. I think Andu will be second. and perhaps
Your name here is going to get third after the demise of Rag and Famished Hand.
yeah, it'll be close. Yeah, I think that's the way it'll be. So provisionally, that's second and third, but officially, it'll be Yandu will be the champion, the state champion. It's going across the line now. Champagne ready, boys. Well done. Fantastic effort. By far the oldest skipper in the fleet, so it says so much for their skill, their endurance, and their ability, no doubt, to win this title.
Now they'll be asked to stop, which is the most perilous manoeuvre ever.
But full marks to them as Shaw and Partners going across in 5th spot. And then a fair gap then. So a wonderful effort from Yandu. You can't speak highly enough of this performance against all the young blokes. The old bloke has showed them once again how to do it. I think a lot to be said for his crew of Fang who set this boat up, and obviously it's set up in a very fast mode because they've been there or thereabouts all year in all the races, in all the conditions. So watching Smeg go across off camera in 6th spot. Just trying to get the champagne to Yandu. It'll be nice and warm, that's for sure.
Too much traffic.
Warm champagne, that's lovely. Okay, Smeg across, Balmain will be 7th.
7th from being in the tide at the start. That's not bad, is it?
Yeah.
Oh well. Little presentation ceremony on screen here, folks. Champagne is on board. We'll see how experienced Louis Brake is at opening. He's going pretty well. Got the wire open, and he sprayed it all over.
What a waste of champagne.
I know.
Anyway, well done, boys. Congratulations. Fully deserved. Never worse than 4th in the 8 heats. 3 wins. 2nd. A couple of 3rds, a couple of 4ths. That's consistency at its best. As we're just watching Fisher Paykel finish in 8th spot. But all eyes are on the winners.
And the winners are winners.
Lewis Brake, Fang Warren and John Winning, Senior, on a lovely afternoon as we're watching the Burrowang boys barrelling downwind for a 9th position.
Good stuff.
So there's not much after that, Jimmy. There's Burrowang, and then they've got
Kitchen Maker.
Kitchen Maker. We've got the Royal Oak.
They've had a fall from grace.
Yeah, they've had not a good day.
And
Noak's still going upwind, and then the 18-footers out there.
Noak's red going up the last beat. How's that?
Yeah, and then there's the red spinnaker belongs in the distance to 18-footer Bar and Restaurant, and then the white spinnaker belongs to the Kitchen Maker. There's the 18-footers in the distance. Great shot of north and south heads as the Kitchen Maker comes downwind. So let's just quick recap. 2 races today. First race today belonged to Andu. Sevi Jarman was the skipper. Finport, Your Name Here was 3rd. Kirk Mitchell. Yandu 4th, which gave him the state title. Balmain 5th, Royal Oak 6th, Smeg 7th, Shaw and Partners 8th, Fisher Paykel 9th, Burrowang 10. And the last race today, Heat 8 of the state titles, was Finport. Orders reversed, Finport 1st, Andu 2nd, Your Name Here 3rd, Yandu 4, Shaw and Partners 5, 6 Smeg, 7 Balmain, 8 Fisher Paykel, 9 Burrowang, and 10th, I believe, is the Kitchen Maker. So, Andrew, a quick summary before we say farewell and bid in the new year.
Well, Pete, I guess, a bit of form from a few crews. Full strength lineups back after Hobart. But I think we can anticipate some pretty warm racing through the Australian title. Defending champion Finport. And clearly, Yandu remains a threat. Andu probably still favourite. A bunch of boats, including your name here, in contention for the podium. And Balmain seemed to struggle a little bit in the stronger breezes, but still, improving. And but that probably could be expected to be the top 6 for the Australians.
Okay, well, thank you, Andrew. Jimmy, a wash up for you for the this year? Or not the season, but this year.
Yeah, just the year. We're only halfway through.
Yeah.
So, no, we've got plenty more to bring everyone. But, no, it's been good. It's been great watching the improvement of a few of these guys, which I thought was going to take a little bit longer, and they've really come of age pretty quickly. I think that day where it blew like buggery really sorted them all out, and they realised where their limits were, and everyone's all improving. Huge thanks to all my guys that have pulled it all together. Thank you to you two for your contributions each week. It's always entertaining. And I hope everyone has a nice, safe holiday break while we're all working. We're on various bits and pieces. Ship on with you for the start of Hobart, the end of Hobart. Then we're straight back into the 16-footer. Back to Sydney for the 16-footer nationals, and roll straight into the Australians for the 18-footers. So we've got a pretty full calendar over the break.
And where are the 16s at, Jimmy?
They've been hosted down at St George Sailing Club.
Okay, good.
So
One of the classic skiff racing destinations in Australia.
Get a good nor'easter down there, you'll know all about it. Outgoing tide.
Outgoing tide, nor'easter, beautiful place.
All right, well, I think it's time to say goodbye for 2024, for 2023. Like to wish everyone, as Jimmy said, a very Merry Christmas, and we hope a very happy, prosperous, safe and healthy New Year. That's the important thing, but like to thank everyone on board here, Andrew and Jimmy, of course, front and centre, but also the boys behind the scenes, Chits, Dylan and Piers and Sam today. They've been exceptional with their camera work. I think everyone's enjoyed it. I think it's just been absolutely first class, and everyone you run into says, wow, what a production. So congratulations to all you guys. I think you make it. We just got to sit back and tell a story and make a few lines up. So it's easy for us, but difficult for you guys. So well done. And I'm looking forward to coming back in the new year. To you, Dylan, especially, a safe trip to Hobart. We hope success comes your way in the mighty big boat. I think you show them how to do it and round the harbour, but round the harbour is a bit different to going around Tasman Island in first place on the Law Connect, but good luck and stay safe, and let's see how you go against the mighty Comanche. So on behalf of everyone here, as I said earlier, very happy Christmas with your families. Stay safe, enjoy the new year, and we look forward to your company in 2024. So on behalf of everyone, Peter Shipway saying good afternoon and happy Christmas from Sydney Harbour.